Major tip alert. I've got a tip for you to help you stop being so distracted. All right, let me tell you a story. So the other day, my 14-year-old comes to me and he's about to start his homework. And so he comes in my room and he hands me his phone and his headphones. He says, "Dad, will you hold on to these so that I don't get distracted? Will you hold on to these while I go do my homework?" And I was so proud of him in that moment because I recognize that that is not a trait that all of us have. Many of us will try to fight through the distractions to get our work done, knowing that we struggle to deal with distraction. If you know, you understand your limitations in this area, I've got a tip for you to help you avoid distractions in your spiritual lives. Check out today's verse. It says, "Set your minds on things above, not on earthly things." Set your minds. That's the key. You've got to set your mind, right? Setting it means it's fixed. It won't change. Set your minds on the things of God. And when you do that, no matter what is presented to you, no matter what is thrown at you, it will not distract you. It will not get you off guard because I am honed in. I have tunnel vision. I'm thinking about God and the things of God, the church, and how he expects me to perform, what he wants from me, the standard he has for my life. That is what I'm focused on. And because I'm focused, I'm zeroed in. That's all I see. I don't see beside me. I don't see the distractions over there. It makes me think about the wonderful story of Jesus and Peter on the water. And Jesus is walking on the water and Peter desires to join him. And Peter says, "Lord, please let me come out there. Let me do what you're doing. Let me have this experience." And Jesus says, "Come on." Just like a lot of times he tells us, "Come on, come on." And so Peter steps out of the boat and he takes one step and he's like, "Whoa, this is crazy." I can see him look back at the guys and he's like, "Are y'all seeing this? Record this. Put this on my Instagram." He takes another step. "Dude, this is crazy." As we would say, "This is lit." He takes another step and then all of a sudden he hears something from the side. It's a storm. And he looks over at the storm, and as he's looking at the storm, he notices his foot goes under the water. Whoa, that didn't happen a second ago. And as he totally consumed by looking at the storm, he starts to sink in the water. The distractions become something that is drowning him. And a lot of us are drowning in distraction because we won't stay focused on the things of God. As it says here, we won't set our minds. You got to set it and forget it. Set your minds on the things above. Set your minds on the things of God. And then you will find out that the earthly things that used to consume your thoughts, they're irrelevant to you. They don't matter to you. The beautiful part of that story is when Peter started to sink, he yelled out the words that most of us need to yell out. "Help me, Lord. Help me, Lord." And the Bible says that Jesus reached out his hand. I always liked that. It didn't say his arm. It didn't say he threw him a life vest, a life raft. He reached forth his hand. And in my imagination, what I see is that Peter was almost to Jesus when he began to sink. He was almost there. And believe it or not, that is when the enemy wants to distract you the most, is when you're almost there, because he knows that if you take one more step and you get locked in with Jesus, he is then defeated. So he will send distraction after distraction after distraction after distraction. Because if I can drown you with distractions, I can keep you from Jesus. And that's the one thing he wants to do more than anything. Keep you from Christ. Because if you make it to Christ, if you can take that next step and make it to Christ, your life will change forever. And he does not want that, because when your life changes, you will become like Peter, a fisher of men. You will go out in the world and you will tell others about the miracles that God has wrought in your life. I walked on water, y'all. Tell me God ain't real. I walked on water. Maybe you've never walked on water, but I guarantee you have a walk on water story. I guarantee you, to you it's small, but to someone else, they need to know about how God has elevated you, how God has led you all these years. They need to hear your story, because then you become a fisher of men. Please hear me out when I say this. Be like my son. Understand your limitations. Understand that you get distracted easily, and then turn over everything to God. Bring it to him, because just like my son said, will you hold this so I don't get distracted? That is the same as setting your mind. Lord, will you take this so that I am not distracted? Will you take everything that I don't need in my life, take it out, remove it from me so that I can stay focused on you? And that is a prayer the Lord longs to answer. I'm excited about this one. I thank my son. Shout out to my son, Columbus Cody IV. I truly love you, son, and I appreciate your diligence. I appreciate you understanding your weakness and your limitations and trusting me to walk you through it. Now, I pray the rest of us will trust God to walk us through our distractions, to turn them over to him so that we too can accomplish the tasks before us. That's it for today, guys. I'm blessed. I pray that you're blessed. I pray before you leave me, you know the routine. Click that thumbs up button down there. Click that subscribe button if you haven't subscribed. Share today's video with someone you love. Let's reach out to some more people and encourage them on their journeys as well. My desire is for everyone that watches this to share it with at least 3 people. All right, that's 3 people for each one of you that sees this, that will be encouraged as well. All right. So watch it, share it, and live it. Now let's get busy living the life. God bless you.